Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming up today. Merry Christmas to everybody. My old subscribers, thank you. To those that are just subscribing, thank you for subscribing. Also, to those that are viewing for the first time, or those that have not subscribed, please do click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. A very sad one on Christmas morning. There was a bomb blast in Nashville, Tennessee on 25th Christmas Day in the morning. Oh, that's so sad. You can imagine how that environment looked like. From the clip, you would see that it was a terrible thing that actually happened. And as such, there are possible remains of humans, that human parts were found near Nashville explosion site. That's so horrible. It's really a big pain. Police chief says that first there was sounds of gunshots that startled the residents, and they were awake in downtown Nashville, Tennessee community that on that Christmas morning, because that gunshot woke everybody up, made people to be at alert. But when people looked out their window a little before dawn, they saw an old white motorhome parked on their street. So nobody even knew, or they didn't even suspect anything. Then the sound of a woman's voice started emanating from the recreational vehicle with a warning. There was a bomb that was going to go off in 15 minutes. As such, when the RV exploded, it shattered windows. That's when that particular bomb, it was a huge bomb blast. It shattered windows and sent flaming pieces of debris. Wow, human bodies, say, through the air, damaging several buildings. And as such, it still remains a mystery. But the mayor, that's John Cooper, said the blast was caused by a deliberate bomb. So which means someone deliberately set a bomb there. 3 civilians were hospitalized and are in stable conditions at the moment. Also, the unusual warning that came from the RV likely saved lives, because that warning earlier that the woman was shouting and saying that a bomb will go off in the next 15 minutes alerted and saved some people. Otherwise, I think it would have been more serious or severe. The damage or the killings would have been worse than it is. But serious injuries were also avoided due to the police officers who took the warning seriously and cleared the area. But as such, tissues, that's human parts that are found, will also be examined to see if it is from a person. Wow. That's the Metro Nashville Police Department Chief John Drake on the evening said investigators found tissues near the blast site, and they were also examined to determine whether they are human remains. And he could not say how close the tissues were to determine the site where the motorhome exploded. This is really bad. And the blast tore into at least 41 businesses, and one building partially collapsed. This is really a bad thing to experience, even on a festive period when families are gathered together to have fun and to celebrate this Christmas. However, about the structural integrity of the affected buildings, the city condoned the area and won't allow anyone in until Sunday afternoon. It will be some time before the 2nd Avenue is back to normal. However, witnesses recall the terrifying moments before the explosion and in its aftermath. Someone said, who lived around the area, said, "I've never seen anything like it." Oh. She said that she heard the warning from what sounded like an automatic female voice. She said if the gunshots hadn't woke her up, she's not sure she would have heard the message. She and her family left after the voice from the RV. There was 8 minutes left before the explosion. They headed across the river and watched from a parking lot of the city's NFL stadium. See how God saved her life and her family's life. If she had ignored that warning and felt it was just a noise, then only God knows what would have happened. But when the time had expired, that exactly 15 minutes as the warning came up, they started to head back. As they were driving down to 2nd Avenue, they saw the explosion. The fireball went all the way up past there's an AT&T building there. So above that AT&T building, everybody just saw everything that was actually happening for those that survived or those that were actually alert. Wow. Said everything shook. That blast, everything shook. The whole place was actually shaking. It's like an earthquake happened. Also, someone else said that the scene of destruction was like an apocalyptic movie. 3 cars were set on fire. Wow. Trees were down. Bricks and glasses were everywhere. The mayor also thanked the police for saving people from harm. And the Nashville Police Department officers were responding to a call of shots fired around 5:30 a.m. They found the motorhome parked in front of an AT&T transmission building at 166 2nd Avenue North. And when they had this particular warning, they moved people away. So thank God that the police were also at alert, which helped them to move people away. That has reduced the rate at which there would have been casualties or deaths or injuries that would have actually happened. So we do not believe this to have been an intentional act. Well, different comments will be made because they have not yet done a full investigation to come to a final conclusions on how that bomb was there or that van that was parked there, on how this explosion actually happened. And the force of the explosion knocked down one officer and caused hearing loss in another. Oh, so sad. But no officer suffered serious injury. And also the AT&T spokesman, Madam Jim Gray, told CNN that the company's network hub in the city was damaged in the explosion and service in the Nashville area was affected. I know AT&T is power supply for the phone network in the area, and the street is on the edge of Nashville's hospitality and tourist district in the historic part of the town. Wow. And as such, there have been no information about whether anyone was inside the RV when this blast actually happened, because they just heard that voice of the woman giving that warning. So nobody knows if it's just an automatic robot warning or was it a real human being that was warning them at that time. But thanks be to God for that warning that actually took place. But so sorry for those that have actually lost their lives. May their souls rest in perfect peace with the Lord. And those that are receiving treatment at the hospital, we pray for a speedy recovery on them. Thank God for those that escaped this bomb blast. It would have been a different story. And thank God for the officers in Nashville with their quick response to that particular warning, and they helped to move people away. It's really sad on a festive period like this and see what has happened to some families. Now some people have lost families, friends and neighbors. May God console them all those families that are grieving at the moment. We pray that God will console them. It's such a pain. It's really a very big pain. Imagine what people are going through at the moment in this particular community that this blast happened. Friends, thank you for coming out today. If you have anything to say, please put it down at the comment section. That would be really appreciated. Merry Christmas, everybody. Please, to those that have not subscribed, do click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. God bless you all.